Welcome to the channel Smart Kiddos. Today we're going to continue in the Scratch It series.
Now, if you're interested in coding, please check out our Python and Scratch It series.
So let's start.
So here I'm in Scratch It and I'm going to click on Smart Scratch. And then I'm going to click on My Stuff. And I'm going to click on New Project. So I'm going to rename this to Backgrounds. And I'm going to delete Scratch Cat. So I'm going to hover over backdrops and click on Choose a Backdrop. And I'm going to choose Basketball 1. So now I'm going to go to Backdrops and delete Backdrop 1. And I'm going to choose another backdrop. So I chose other backdrops and I'm going to paint my own. I'm going to click on Paint and draw something. So I renamed this backdrop to purple and then I'm going to go to Code. I'm going to drag when this flag is clicked, wait 1 second, then I'm going to go to Looks and drag Switch Backdrop to Basketball 1. So I completed the code here, and what it does is that it waits 1 second and then switches to another backdrop. Waits 1 second and then switches to another backdrop. And that's what I did here. And when we run this, it does exactly what I wanted to do. But what if there were hundreds of backgrounds? It'll take too long to do the code for it. So let's do this another way. I'm going to delete all of this code and I'll do the following. I'm going to drag out wait 1 second and I'm going to go to Looks and drag next backdrop. So I'm going to run this, but it only switches to one backdrop. That's because you add a forever loop. So it will always go to the next backdrop forever. And that's the same thing we did before, just a shorter line of code. So let's learn how to make a scrolling background. So I'm going to delete this code and go to backdrops. And I'm going to delete all of the backdrops. And I'm going to insert blue sky. So I'm going to hover over the cat and choose paint the sprite. And now it's blank. I'm going to go to backdrops. And I'm going to copy everything and paste it here. And I'm going to delete this backdrop. Now we have our sprite. Now I named it blue sky. I'm going to go to code and I'm going to hover over the cat and choose a sprite. What should I choose? I'm going to choose the food truck. I'm going to change the size to 80. And I'm going to drag it to the ground. Now let's start with the code. I'm going to go to Events and drag when flag is clicked. Go to back layer. And then I'm going to set the X and Y to 0, 0. So when we click the green flag, it will go to the back layer. So the food truck will show. And then the background will go to 0, 0. Now remember, this is only for the background. We name this to background 1. And I'm going to go to Control and drag a forever loop. And then I'm going to go to Motion and scroll to the very bottom, where I'll see change X by 10. And I'm going to change it to -10. So we'll go to opposite way. Let's test this. I'm going to click on the green flag. But why did it stop? That's because we need to give more code. So I'm going to go to control and drag an if statement. And I'm going to put it inside the forever loop. Now, if, I'm going to go to operators and drag a less than symbol. And I'm going to go to motion and drag X position. So it's saying if X position is less than negative 460, then what will happen? Well, we wanted to go to 465 and 0. What this code does is it changes X by minus 10, meaning it goes to the left side instead of the right side.
Now, if the X position of the backdrop is less than negative 460, which it is because the backdrop's position is negative 470 and 0, and it is all the way to the left side, what we wanted to do is immediately go all the way to the right, which is 465 and 0. So what it's going to do, well, when the backdrop comes here, when it moves to the left, it will immediately go to the right. When I run this, you will see what happens. Cool. Now you can see the problem here. It's showing this white space. How can I hide that or put something there? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate background 1. So right click and click on duplicate, and you can see there's background 2. So when I run this, why don't I see background 2? Well, background 2 is the same code as background 1. So background 2 will follow background 1. To make sure that this works, I'm going to change background's to position to 465 and 0 so that it will start all the way to the right and it will be in motion. It'll look so good. Let's run and see how this is. Wow, do you see that? It looks so cool. So for a bonus, I'm going to make sure that the truck is moving up and down to look like it's actually like moving. So I'm going to go to costumes for food truck and I'm going to duplicate this costume and I'm going to move it a little up. So it's going to look like it's going up and down, up and down. So then I'm going to go to when clicked and drag it here. When clicked, I'm going to make sure it goes to next costume forever. When I run this now, you can see that it doesn't look that good. So let's give a wait 1 second. And voila, that looks so amazing. Remember to save your project.
Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video.
Please like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit the notification bell.
Bye.